What if I told you that one of the most searched and controversial questions about Jesus today isn't about miracles or resurrection, but about sexuality? Was Jesus gay? It's a question that sparks outrage for some, hope for others, and confusion for many. But instead of arguing emotionally, let's slow down and ask something far more interesting. What do the historical sources actually say? What don't they say? And why does this question matter so much right now? Let's talk about it. People usually raise this question for a few reasons. Some point out that Jesus never married, which was unusual for Jewish men in the first century. Others noticed his deep emotional connections with disciples, especially the figure called the beloved disciple in the Gospel of John. And some modern readers wonder whether centuries of interpretation, shaped by cultural assumptions, left certain possibilities unexplored. So, are these clues? Or are we projecting modern categories onto an ancient world that didn't think about sexuality the same way we do? To answer that, we need to look at the sources closest to Jesus himself. Our main historical records are the 4 canonical Gospels, written decades after Jesus' death. These texts describe Jesus' teachings, travels, conflicts with authorities, and relationships with followers. What they do not do is describe Jesus engaging in any romantic or sexual relationship with anyone. No wife, no partner, no lovers. When the Gospels highlight intimacy, it's usually in spiritual or symbolic terms. Friendship, loyalty, mentorship, devotion. The beloved disciple, reclining next to Jesus, reflects a dining custom of the ancient Mediterranean world, not necessarily romantic attachment. Another key issue, the word gay as a modern identity category didn't exist in the first century. People in Jesus' world didn't talk about sexuality in terms of orientation the way we do today. So asking whether Jesus was gay is a bit like asking whether Julius Caesar was a capitalist. The categories just don't line up neatly. Most historians agree on one thing. Jesus lived as an itinerant teacher, focused intensely on his religious mission. That mission, proclaiming the coming kingdom of God, seems to dominate every aspect of his life. So, if the evidence is thin, why does this debate feel so explosive? Because Jesus isn't just a historical figure. For billions of people, he's the foundation of faith, morality, and identity. For LGBTQ+ Christians, the question can feel deeply personal, tied to belonging and dignity within religious communities. For others, it feels threatening to long-held theological views. In other words, this isn't only about ancient history. It's about how people today understand God, humanity, and themselves. So, was Jesus gay? From a historical standpoint, we simply don't have evidence to make that claim or to disprove it. The sources are silent about his sexual life, and modern categories don't fit neatly onto the ancient world. What is clear is that Jesus' teaching centered on compassion, justice, humility, and love of neighbor, themes that continue to challenge and inspire people across cultures and centuries. Maybe the most revealing part of this whole debate isn't what it says about Jesus, but what it says about us, and the questions our own time is most eager to ask.